Hello, this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor, and I want to discuss a couple of ideas with you to give you some possible trade setup, and this is all done for education and ideas. And I want to teach you something. It's not just about the setups. What I want to do is give you the whole package. Why you're buying a certain stock or selling a certain stock or commodity, to identify them on a tactical level. How much to buy or sell. Where to get out with a loss or where to get out with a profit. It's not about the indicators that everyone seems to be so anxious just to get these indicators. I'm going to give you a couple examples. Basically, what we want to do is we always want to buy the strongest if we can put on a low risk bet. We want to sell the weakest if we can put on a low risk bet. What does it mean, a low risk bet? You look at your account size, and then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be risking a percentage of it. What I suggest is I think you risk no more than 1%. So hypothetically, if you have a $50,000 account size, you shouldn't risk more than $500 on any one trade. And there's many people that say, oh, that's too little, I'll never make any money. Well, it's not accurate, because some things move to massive extremes. What I do, and we're going to talk about stocks today, where I look at the IBD 50. And what's really cool with Metastock is I have this exploration where I do a ranking. And it's right here. It says Trend Mentor Ranking. So what I do is I rank all the different stocks in the IBD 50, or you can rank anything, it doesn't matter, and you're identifying the strongest and the weakest. And then we look for setups. One that hit a while ago was Raw Stores. And if you think about it, Raw Stores, with the economy, people are buying more in discount stores. So you had a breakout back in December or late November. It was actually December 1st. If you had missed this trade, you know, like people say, oh, I missed it, I can't get back in, blah, blah, blah. Well, the other thing I teach two things. One is how to, ride the trend with a trend breakout, which we see here, which is basically you're buying a breakout, which is not rocket science in itself, but the idea is knowing which ones to buy is the rocket science, and knowing how many shares to put on. Not just all the time put on 100 shares or 50 shares or 200 shares. It's all depending on what your risk is. And you're risking really from here, depending on how you're doing it, from the high, which was 46.39, oops, down to, again, if you want to do it, to the X day low, whichever number of days that you're going back, which probably would be about here, which is about 41. And then you figure out your number of shares that you want to put on. Then I have this indicator here, and it's called Trading the Trend 1. I wrote this, or actually it was called Trend Rider in 1998, which is a variation of average true range, volatility, stop, and it gives it a little bit more room to work. So, I mean, if you knew to buy Raw Stores back here, you would have a nice profit up to here. But what's also really, really cool, what I teach is there's ways to get into trades that have already moved, and they're called retracements. Here's a nice example of one right here, where you had a 3-bar retracement. You would have bought the breakout, had a very, very small risk here. You had another one right here, and now we have one even coming into Monday. This is what I try to teach you at Trend Following Mentor. It's not just about the setups. What it's about is how to think like a successful trend follower. What does that mean? The fact is, thinking simple things don't work. Well, guess what? They do. The reality is, when I started back in 1994, there was a client of the brokerage who was a well-known book author, and he was a PhD, and he was writing all kinds of trading algorithms and all of this on, so complicated I didn't really get it. But bottom line is, he didn't make money. What was the converse of him was a dentist who used a very simple process, a breakout idea, pretty much based on Richard Dachian, with some filters, and he made a lot of money. And he was the unique one. Most people lost money trading. Most people do lose money trading. I want to teach you how to think like a successful trend follower. What does that mean? It means after you have 3 trades in a row or 4 trades in a row that don't work, and let's say don't work means you lose money, that you have to have the courage to put on that next trade. Or if you're trading a methodology, how to really believe in that methodology so you keep on trading it. Because that's the only way you're going to make money. If you jump around from system to system, you're going to lose money. And then the other major issue is how to trade with proper risk management. If you don't trade with proper risk management, I promise you there will be a trade out there that will stop you from trading. And that's not what we want to do. I want to keep you trading. I want you to live the life that I live, that you can trade for a living. And you know, the irony is most people don't get, not just traders, even professionals who trade money, they don't really know how to manage the risk. I'm speaking in New York next month at a trading expo, and it's for investors. I mean, for professional investors, traders. And when I spoke to the person who's putting on the conference, he told me that even most of the CTAs, which means commodity trading advisors, don't manage the risk. My paramount issue isn't how much I'm going to make. What my paramount issue is, how much risk do I need to take on in order to have, let's say, realistic returns. These are the things that I want to teach you. So it's a combination of a simple, robust idea with heavy risk management, with patience and discipline, and how to think like a successful trend follower. I invite you to be one of my students. There's many, many things that I'm willing to give you, my time, teach you, everything that I've learned over the last 18 years. Again, this is Trend Following Mentor. Oops. And I hope to see you as one of my students. Thank you.